Due diligence section instructions. If you get a task to do a quick inspect, as we mentioned, you will get a notice through your email. You can simply go to your email and use the shortcut to go to the project by clicking this link. Now it'll take you to the section where your task has been requested. You are now have the task here, and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and proceed and start completing the section. Through your access permission, you have this sections, as we call them. You have the due diligence, municipality, evaluation, invoice and payment, and also the outside field analyst instruction section, where you can find instructions for each of the processes, and we can come back to that. In this case, we are showing you how to do the due diligence. So now the information, and most of the information that you're going to see in the system is already preloaded. For example, the address, the buyer of record, what type of cell, anything in comments that we have put in, the city, county, assessors, milestones that tell you when we have a due diligence deadline. So in this particular case, let's just say the deadline is on the 13th. And the due diligence status, this is information that we fill out. And this is where you are going to then find out what type of inspection you have been requested to do and how to access the property. So you are looking for this information or the section that says inspection access information, and it's going to give you directions, and it's going to have a date so it is clear when this information was updated. In this case, the information was updated today. It says inspection meeting status, call to schedule, inspection requested by, it says Tony Diaz. The contact person is the agent, the phone number of the agent, call to set up, instructions, owner type, lockbox, or location, and access combo. This way you have the access information for the property. Also here you're going to have the type of inspection that you're requested to do. In this case, you are being requested to do a quick inspect. You have inspection requested by, and the person that would be required to do the inspection in this case would be you. Otherwise you wouldn't have this task. And when is the deadline? So now what we do is typically you will find information, which is the MLS information. We're just simply clicking it. It gives you the access. It's got some tax data. Sometimes you'll see a floor plan and some other miscellaneous documents. And in most cases you're not going to see the pictures. I'm leaving this here for you to see how the pictures work. Ideally, we're looking for 3 exterior pictures that gives us a quick glance of the property, and 3 exterior and 3 interior. These are uploaded individually, so they do take a little bit longer. The way you do is you click here, choose a file, and you upload as you would any other program, and you press OK, and the picture's uploaded. If you don't like it, you press remove and it gets rid of it. And once you have taken the pictures, we do have a very particular way that we are requesting for you to take the pictures. Anytime you see this little paper or sheet, that means there's instructions for this particular field. It is extremely important that you pay attention to that. The pictures are requested to be taken in a very particular way. So now again you see this little sheet. That means there's instructions. You always want to go to the hint section, and this is going to tell you how to take the pictures. It is important that you do follow these instructions, because we do like to keep it in a very consistent way to see the information, so we can always see the pictures in a organized way. The instructions here tell you the field analyst is to follow the picture taking process, and the exterior pictures are to be street address, left view right, and left view left, the neighbors on the right, the left and the front of the house, and etc. You can read the instructions. It doesn't It's not necessarily difficult, but it does give you a good idea of how to take pictures and how to upload them, and if there's any particular sections that are special to take particular attention taking those pictures. The way the link works is that you will go out there, take the pictures, and then upload them to your Dropbox account. In general, they're free. You can create it, open it. It gives you then a link. That link goes in the bottom part, and then you name the top part, and you save it. What this allows us to do is once you save the information, again you have the quick view, exterior, interior, and then now we have the link to the Dropbox that allows us to see the detailed pictures that were taken based on our instructions, and this helps us to have a pretty good understanding of what we are looking for. As we mentioned, you are our eyes and ears. So this is the photo section. The MLS data will be automatically uploaded, so this gives you information based on what the agent's saying. We also have the public tax record, which is also going to be uploaded. You are not responsible for that. Special tax assessment, you are not responsible, neither the HOA. But this sections you are responsible for. Physical inspection, property features and conditions, interior. This would be exterior, I'm sorry, interior. And any data discrepancy that you see between the tax data and the MLS data. What the reason for this information is to make sure that if we have the tax record indicating that we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, the MLS says 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and you physically go out there and count it, that's what the information that we're looking from you to provide to us. So the way that you upload the information to the section, you will see it here. What you want to do is add a new section for the physical inspection, and then you go ahead and start filling out the information. Some of them are drop downs and some of them are just simply an area for you to upload your comments there. So the day you inspected the property and who inspected the property, so you want to make sure you put your full name there so we know who did it. Then you start getting into the property type. Single family, duplex, triplex, or if it's other, you can manually upload this information. Excuse me. Condo. Sorry, condo. Okay, you get the idea. If there's an issue or you want to put place attention to this particular field, you can go yellow or red. If it's yellow, that's something that needs attention. If it's an issue, goes red. So say for example, you think you're going to go out there and see a property, a single family, and you end up and it's a condo complex. We want to make sure that you are marking it red so we are aware of exactly what it is that you want us to pay attention to. If there's anything that you are not able to access, for example, garage or anything like that, because this is an issue, you want to mark it yellow. Is this a multifamily unit? Yes, no. Some of these questions are a little bit redundant, but you will be surprised what agents failed to disclose. Do you see any problems with the plumbing? Again, we're not looking for you to go out there and tell us from a contractor's perspective what's wrong with the plumbing. But of course, if you see issues, if you're walking around, the homeowners are there, please ask them if there's any issues. But some of them, most likely you will see them if there's any issues. Same thing, does the electrical system have any issues? Septic or sewer? Is the electric meter physically in the house? A lot of times those meters are gone. The gas meter, water meter, the HVAC condenser. Do you see major termite damage? Presence of discoloration. What discoloration means to us, if you see a stain on the roof and it's got some color darker and it looks like mold, since you're not an expert, we're not experts, we don't call it mold, we call it discoloration. So don't put there that you see mold. Let us know that you see discoloration. We will have the right person take a look at it, a professional, and make a determination whether we have mold or not. So again, if you think you're seeing mold, make sure that you call it discoloration. Does the HVAC system have any issues? And then any comments that you would have, or if you see the foundation to be an issue. Once this is completed, then you go to the exterior of the house, and then you see, is it attached, detached, what type of construction, how many stories, and all that fun stuff. So again, you're just simply answering the questions and physically walking the house, getting as much information and highlighting the items that you think we should be paying attention to. Property features in the interior, then the paint conditions. So in this case, you're actually going to get into evaluating whether, if they're, for example, interior paint conditions, good, poor, fair, or comments. Do not do other C comments. Basically, just type the comments here, and the comments will appear instead of, and we'll know that it's a little bit different. Ceiling, if it's popcorn texture, or comments. Floors, NA, excellent, good, poor, or again comments. Ultimately, a lot of this stuff is common sense. Just go through all the information. If you see there's a clear issue with the square footage, if they're telling you if it's a 1,200 square foot house and you know that it's way more than that, we're not necessarily asking you to tape the property. If you do happen to be tasked to tape the property, we pay $50 for that, and there's some instructions how to do that as well. Once you go through all the information, you have the access to the MLS data, to the tax data. You have now physically walked the house. Now, it is important that you tell us if you see any discrepancies between the properties. If there's any permit issues that you're aware of, any type of discrepancies, what are they? Is there visual additions that can be done? And a couple of pictures, if you can, of what the discrepancy is, or just give us a good description and mark it red. The property is vacant, and there's a lot of stuff that's left over. The rule is that if there's personal property valued over $700, then we have to follow a particular process. So we're asking for you to let us know if somebody left a very nice car sitting there, and it's going to be removed at the end of escrow, then it's not a big issue. In most cases, the personal property is not necessarily an issue unless we task you to pay attention to that. So again, this is the due diligence section. Most of this information will be uploaded. And again, if you do see a little paper or little sheet there, this means that there is instructions on the hint section, and it's important that you look at that. So that is how to complete the due diligence section and instructions.